Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you've watched this. Um, I've completed a journal, bullet journal, my health journal, and I I have learned so much. I'll show you guys, the start to the finish, and it took me a long time to figure out how to maintain my journal, and track things that's important to me. And so it's taken about 6 months to get the hang of everything, and what I've added in here and what I want to keep for the next 6 months, what worked for me and what didn't work for me, to do with, to do generally with health. But it wasn't just health, it was to do with like connections with family and like goal settings, etc., etc. So it's really sort of like turned into more of like a self-help, self-care, not just a health journal. So what I found with this book was it was quite small. It was a good starter point for me to figure out things. So I bought a 2-pack on Amazon of these, and I find it's really benefited. Okay, so it ain't, like I said, I'm not no pro to this, but this is what I thought. If you are struggling with maintaining your energy, and you are struggling, I would with other things in your life, I say bullet journal. It is time consuming, but it also, if you're having a bad day and you just need something to occupy your mind, I think is a good creative way of managing your lifestyle, as and having time for yourself. Okay, so these are just like, I've been creating. This is my September, and as you can see, it's the beginning. Now, in the beginning of this book, I put all this, and to be honest, I didn't really use it, which was to do with weight, etc., etc. So I've put a self-care check that I found on another lady who was on YouTube, which she done, which was a physical, mentally and practical, emotional, spiritual and social. Now, everybody's different in what they would class as physical, mentally, practical. It's because you've got all your unique styles. But I find, this list is a good checklist to go back and, when you're sort of like, you don't really know, you start losing yourself a little bit because you're having such a crap time, etc. This is sort of like gives you an indication of what you enjoy and what brings you joy in your life, or what you can work on to help maintain your anxiety, etc., etc. Okay, these are my action plans for the from this book, what I've learn, and what I want to build, action plan here, and how I can do it, maintain it, what I need to improve on, and how I can prioritize things. So it's just things that because what I do is I've read my journal, and then I can fully, and I can see what where I need to be in building up a rapport, and what's worked for me, and how I can maintain it, if that makes sense. Okay, So I've got, so here, I'm starting to perform like a 5 minute or 5 second rule. Because I find housework can trying to stick to a routine is not great for me. So, to do something for a few seconds or a few minutes, etc., is gonna be a beneficial. So there's something that I need to be mindful of, connecting and listening goals, so this is all what I've generally learned, as I go, as I've gone along on my bullet journal from the previous, time, and how I find it maintaining my goals here. This here, the schedule, I don't know if you can fully see it. There we go. This is because what I found was is knowing how active I am. So when I have a relapse or a flat day, where it could lead to a relapse, or or I've had flare-ups, etc. I found it difficult to really schedule, maintain the, what I've been doing. So I thought for this journal, each month I'm gonna actually put not what I've done, but kind of what I'm planned, and try to book rest periods in, so I don't overbook myself on things here. And I've got here, I don't know if you can see. So these are the when I'm active, morning, afternoon, evening, and I've got like a little thing here, I don't know if you can see, where I put when I've had a flare up in this section, and then obviously the blue would be like relaxed morning. So if I'm just pottering around in the home and I'm not really doing much, I'm resting. Then it's pace days where I'm actively doing stuff, but but again, I'm not like overdoing stuff. And then this would be my busy schedule as well. And then I've obviously got like my weight, etc. I'm not sure what I put the target, but I'll figure it out stuff. Here I done my August review, which was I've done really well with keeping up with the journal and doing my health checks, etc. Fitness wasn't great for me in August, but I did have a relapse, so I had a flare up, and I'm still trying to maintain that flare up at the minute. So yeah, family, I spent an awful lot of time with family in August. So it's quite high, and I've done quite a lot of one-to-ones, and this is where I've fitted in the one-to-ones. Yeah. My social life, it wasn't too bad in August. And personal development, which is I do a shadow book, etc. Other journaling, with my, dealing with my emotions, etc. And then obviously I do my spiritual work, so I do a lot of tarot and oracle cards, etc. Where I reflecting, so if I'm dreaming, I do dreaming, a dream journal, and then I reflect it with the cards, etc. So by looking at this chart, and I mean, you can put anything you want, but looking at this chart, I can see where I've put all my time. Yeah, so here, energy went to family, because you can see family was quite high, training and rest. I did neglect my personal development. I didn't do as much as I normally do. And there's areas here where like I haven't really been proactive with Storm and taking him out, but a lot of that has been due to the heat, you know, because it's been quite hot and I can't take Storm out then, or is where I've been like I've had flare-ups and I haven't been able to go out, you know. And then obviously I got like areas where I haven't seen people, which is as much in August. So that you know, that's given me telltale signs where I need, you know, where I need to what I need to build on and look into. Yeah. So my positives is I started a new job. I am and I have been eating more healthy and doing food preps. Excuse me, sorry about that. Right, sorry about that. Yeah. It's an alarm. I've got to set alarms for certain things. And here my plan of action, you know, so you know, the goals for this month, yeah. So negative was I had a relapse, so it kind of like set me back on a lot of things, and I felt, and then I started falling behind on that stuff. And as you know, as chronic, you know, pain sufferers, and you know, or whatever illness it is that's, you know, mental illness or whatever, you know, if you have a setback, it just knocks everything completely out of the equation a little bit, and you just like, you can't maintain a regular routine because you're trying to, you know, you needed to rest to build your energy levels back up, etc. So my goals for this month is continuing with healthy eating, getting used to work, because obviously I need to adapt to work changes now. And then seeing my mum and my other daughter more, trying to balance the one-to-ones a little bit this month, yeah. And then my plan of action is to do my food prep weekly, pick shopping day, walk Storm, even if it's for a short walk, and book or two calls or a visit. So trying to be a bit more proactive in making an effort in my relationships with my family and friends, etc., by just calling them or asking them to come to mine, you know, rather than me going out, which will help with my energy so I can sort of take things steady. Yeah. I haven't done it yet, but I'll be doing that a little bit later. I didn't want to but you know, so August for me would be what I struggled with, and how I maintained and took care of myself. I think that's really important, because when we are going through that thing where we're not like, you know, you're going through the struggles, we forget actually how much we do try to build ourselves back up, because you're in that dark mindset. So I think, you know, this is a great question I think to ask, is how did you take care of yourself through any relapses, or just generally through the month, because you can, that's something you can go back to and think, oh, that's what I did, right, let's start putting that into play. Yeah. What I learned that month about my health, or anything, you know, what I was learning, what I was getting supported with, whether that's emotional support, physical support, you know, I write that down, what my achievements for the month of August. And then there's these, look, I can, I will, I done. I am confident that I can progress forward in the month of September with all the knowledge that I've received in the last 6 months. I can make changes that's adaptable to me. I will make progress, or I will, and maybe put, you could put, I will, plan my month where I have set days of rest. Yeah, I've done. So when we're like, again, when we're on the relapse and that, we are so hard on ourselves that we forget what we actually have done and what we have achieved, because we're so full focused on wanting to have a normal, maintained life, that we forget the small things. So I'm gonna look back and think, what actually have I done? Well, I keep trying to make improvements, regardless. I get back up. I've got back up. Could be another thing. So it's just it is just a reminder. So where I was with these, as you can see, like with the fibromyalgia, it was like the levels I had. So 0 is like a normal day for me, not a normal day for a normal, but a normal day. 2 is like a pace day, and 3 is like warnings. Yeah. So I done that for quite some time. And then I done it with my chronic pain as well. That to me, it's, I could see the ups and downs, and because we can't always predict when we're going to have a relapse or when things are going to happen. But sometimes, but with documenting everything and what I did, it helped me see, where I was too active the following week, and now it's had an impact on me this week, so it's just being mindful of that. But now I've decided to go with symptoms and mood charts. So, if I don't mark it, it's a normal day, right? So clear is a normal day for me. So I suffer from fatigue and brain fog. I suffer from aching and stiffness, lower back, because that's chronic pain, right and left side. Knees, I suffer for. Neck and shoulders, I get reaction to. I get headaches. My hormones, because I am going through the change, I believe I am anyway, because I'm getting hot flushes and that. And I get restless sleeps during my period time. Well, so meant to be period times. And then obviously I got here happy, sad, tearful, anxious, angry, so I've got like my mood swings as well. I added that into the equation. And what I'll do, so say for instance, today I'm feeling a bit fatigued and I feel a bit tired, but it's not to the point of like I need to rest. Well, I do need to rest, but it's not to the point where I can't function, because you get different sets of, like, I can't deal with anybody. I wouldn't be able to do this. So it would be an amber for me today. So it's to me, that's just a warning that I could, because it's not always about the pain, either. It's the fatigue, it can be really onsetting. So amber to me is a pace day. So it's like just taking things a bit steady today with, because there is fatigue there. There is a bit of brain fog. If you haven't noticed in the video, there is a bit of brain fog there, I have got a bit of stiffness, so I would mark down, if it's not affecting me, it'll be a clear normal days. But if it's affected me, I would put amber as the thing. And I'll do the same with the happy, sad, tearful, anxious, and angry, So amber would be, I'm quite happy, but yourself, your moods can change along with your symptoms. And here, what I've done is put new symptoms, because I don't know about you, but sometimes new symptoms does occur, and that will give me an indication. So I will look at this, sorry, I'm diverting. I will look at this and think, well, actually, I haven't had much effect on certain things. So say, for instance, this was clear, then I would take it out of the equations. But actually, there's a new symptom. There's I've noticed that's affecting me. So I'd add that to October. So it's like ruling things out. And this is getting to know my body, but I think it's great for the doctor, or if you're going for PIP and things, because you're seeing where your main, you know, symptoms are and how it affects you on a daily basis. So I think it's a very good one record to keep. I found with this book it was too small. Whereas with this is quite, it's big, it's more clearer, you know, there. So this is my exercise routine. So this is like my goals for September. So the aim for me is to do 6,000 steps every other day, right? Whether that happen, I don't know, but that's my aim, my target. Toning tables 3 times a week. So for September, I want to at least do a 5-minute dance. I want to at least do a yoga for 20 minutes, a swim for 20 minutes, stretching daily, yeah, a dog walk for at least 20 minutes. And then I will maintain what I struggled with and what I achieved and my thoughts at the end of September, you know? Or I can do it on a weekly, just put a sentence a week, you know. Here is my, like, you know, again, how I set up, you know, the first one. This is what I'm actually doing. So if I haven't done any activity, I'll put a stamp, you know. I've put the moons there because I felt like I want to put the moons there. There's no particular reason, but I'll put a stamp to when I haven't done exercise. On the top, I've put how many steps I've did, you know, and that will show me if I'm reaching my target, you know. But it also, if we go back to this area and I'm affected, this is going to be it's going to connect to that to show that actually the reasons why I've got less is because I've been resting, you know. So it all should correspond. These are my, like, goals for the month, you know. So dog walk, obviously Stormy needs walking daily, steps, toning tables, swim, yoga, dance and stretching, which I've put here. This one is my daily habits. As you can see, I've already, although I mean, that's partly August. So I haven't filled these in because I find sometimes when you've done something for a week, you're thinking, actually, I want to add something else. So next week, so I've got 1 portion of veg, 1 portion of fruit, 1 portion of salad, 1 portion of thing. And this is a daily thing. So if you think it's, you know, supposed to be my 5 a day, but I haven't worked out quite that. So I will stamp where I've had my veg and when I've had salad or when I've had fruit, and then I'll colour in the rest of the thing. And this will show me, you know, am I having a healthy diet? Well, that's showing me that I've slacked. I know I've slacked because I've only had, you know, over the 3 days, I've only had 2, you know, a portion of salad and a portion of veg, which is not good, is it? You know, so this is, you know, I have got like another app which has got that information, you know, that information in. But this is just showing, you know, that, so that's just showing me that I need to up my game a little bit. But what I might do, like, because you're meant to have your 5 a day. So I might put three greens and then two fruits, and then put another daily 2 habits here. But I'll decide on that day. Here is my 10 minutes clean daily, my 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So all in all, I'm, this is just, this is what a daily habit I want to do. So in hindsight, washing up and probably putting the washing on the line or sorting the washing out could take about 10 minutes. Whereas putting the dishes away could take, I noticed putting the dishes away, which I wish I'd do, is when I make myself a coffee first thing in the morning, I put all the dishes away, that's, depending. So I will mark it off, colour it to say that I'm actually doing my habits, because they say if you do habits for 6 weeks, you tend to keep it. And it's true, because I was a nightmare for like making my bed, and I brought in making my bed on a daily basis, and it has worked. So, and now I make my bed without even thinking about it. So that's like what I'm, so my main focus is my healthy eating, but I might add a couple of more daily habits there that I can do to help build a routine up, right? So here, this is going to be the social life thing. Yeah, my social life, my when I've spent time with family and friends. And obviously, I'm single, so I'm a single person. So I'm going to start doing self-care days, because I haven't been doing that. So I've added that. And then I'm going to be taking myself out on a date. So I'll go out on my own, whether that's going to see a band, going to Glastonbury, going out for a meal, beach, or go to the cinema. I'm going to take myself out, because I got a terrible habit of like feeling sorry for myself, and then I think, oh, I ain't got nothing to do and no one to do it with. So now I'm gonna take myself on a date. That's gonna be, so these, so I've got here like what one-to-ones, family get-together, so what is important for me in September. And then, me like self-care days, having a bath, watching a movie, giving myself permission, because I think we tend to not give ourselves permission. Like today, I know I got to take it sort of like at a pace day. Before I used to beat myself up over that, like, oh, I'm not doing enough, and I should be doing more, which doesn't help with your stress levels, and then causes more health problems. So now I'm like, I know I need to pace it, so I'm going to take it steady this morning. I'm meeting up with a friend today, so but I may do a couple of hours, just to go out for a couple of hours and then come home, and then probably rest, so or potter or out, depending on how I feel. But I'm giving myself full permission, here. But this also maintains that I'm actually balancing my family and friendships really well. So say, for instance, I spent quality time one-to-one with a family member, then maybe, my friendships, I should call them or do a video call, or depending where I'm at with my energy as well. So it's maintaining everything. So this is my social life. This is what, I'm cut out to do. So I'm just reminding myself that I can do a check-in and rather than text, call someone, okay? Plan a visit with somebody. Invite them round is another, because I got a terrible idea. Why don't you come round? Remind them how much you love them. We all need that reminder. And one-to-one weeks. So for me, I'm going to be balancing my my family by having a one-to-one once a week. you know, for the upcoming in September. So then it's just like a bit more equal, yeah, because as you've seen prior to 4, there was 2 family members that I didn't spend enough time with, so they'd be added into the equation, yeah. And then I've got good vibe days. So what was a good day for me here, I'll note down, and then what's a fun day, because it can't be all just like, you know, planning and stuff. So my review for September, so here I've, you know, as you've seen in the beginning, struggled with. So I could do a sentence for September. So week 1, I can say I struggled with maintaining my energy, and you know, and etc., you know, maintaining my energy and eating healthier foods, because you've seen that. Where I was supported with that day, this week, so my son supported me with taking Storm out because I was unable to do it, you know, so it's putting those things down. Again, it's really good if you've got like, if you're like, you wanting to show the doctor or whatever, you've got evidence that's been put there. I took care of myself by resting and listening to my body, you know, is one. I learn by putting all this done, that my health, that I'm not maintaining my healthy habits. I'm proud of, what am I proud of for this week coming up? I'm proud of acknowledging my faults, or I'm proud of doing this video. I have achieved filling this video, doing this video. Yeah. So, or I could put whatever, I'll think about that. So here again, so I've made it more clearer, but I've broke it down now. So here I've got like my personal, my family and friends, and social media, right? What I would like to do on social media. So so this will show here if I've maintained certain things, like personal, you know, did I do my exercise that I wanted to do? I could stamp it, color it, what, you know, but each week, so this is like, as you can see, there's 5. So each week I'm gonna look and say, well, I've managed to do my self-care, I've managed to do exercise that I set out to do. Each week I've managed to do my food planning in, and I managed to do my journal books. So I will mark it down if, you know, I've done that. I've managed to have a one-to-one that week. I managed to have a social event. I managed to call them. I managed to invite them round. And you don't have to mark it all off. It's just seeing where you're at and what you're doing, okay? Social media, I managed to film. So I've managed to do a filming today. I managed to do a reel. Done TikTok for just because I like TikTok and I find it fun. Just being a child. And I managed to post pictures. So it's, you know, those are like my targets of review levels. But I do it, you know, that would be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So that would just give me a rough idea. And then by colouring that in, what I've done here, again, where the energy went, what did I neglect, the positive, the negative, goals upcoming, and the action plan. And that's it. That is my, yeah, so that is it. And that will give me an indication, by reviewing all this, it'll give me indication what goals I can set for October that's going to be beneficial. And I have, as you can see, I did put a lot of writing in that one, but I've decided I just want to keep it as simple as possible. You know, put some writing in it, but I've got another journal, a personal journal, which this is for me to put my readings in, my dreams, any dreams that I've had, and try to sort of, you know, what I actually, to interpret the dreams, you know, how it, what it felt to me, etc., etc., or like any sort of like triggers that's come up, you know, that's affected me, brain, you know, like brain dump it, you know, like put dumping in there. So if I'm having a shit time, I'll write it down. So I'll use that journal for like the self-development thing. And while you're here, if you're not bored already, but I'll show you anyway. This book I started as a get to know me book. My mum bought me this. So I put what my gifts were, right? What my gifts is, what my passion is, who am I, what my values are, as you know, just general stuff there, spiritually, do you know what I mean? How I think you are enough. People can show you things, but it's how they make you feel that counts. I let go of the outcome and allow things to unfold naturally was one thing that stood up to me. Okay. And here is to feel heard, to be a priority, to open, feel free around them, make me smile, you know. So this is just telling me what I would like to feel around friends, family, lovers, you know. Listen to your heart, is always telling you the truth. So any quotes that stood out for me for that particular stage, what brings me joy, what I love and what brings me joy here. So strengthen my character, and then obviously be mindful of my triggers, what triggers me, and what I enjoy doing, my fears, what I'm working on, and, you know, maintaining, what I feel I need to let go of. And it's just, you know, like me, I want to find a new partner. You know, what can I build towards to find that new partner? You know, so I look at that list of what I feel is going to be, you know, what would make a good relationship for me. So then this will tell me what I need to focus on, because we can lose ourselves quite quickly, I think, with like situations and that. So this book is like it's not, it is a journal, but it's a journal about me and who I am, and acknowledging not just the good side of me, but the other side to me. And it's just separate from the rest. So if I'm having a crap day or some triggers comes up, I can look at this book and see, like, you know, my strengths, or, you know, oh yeah, that weakness was there before, this gets to the bottom of it, you know. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the the video. It is long-winded, but I thought I'd do a next, you know, because I have like quickly flashed through it, but I feel with this big book, it's helped me be a bit more clearer on things. And who knows, this might help you with your journal. If you like this video, let me know if you want to see more of this kind of content. I'm not like I said, I ain't no, you know, I like to create things, but, you know, is at a level probably not to other people, and I'm just running myself down here, aren't I? So, note to oneself, don't run yourself down, you know. This is, you know, so yeah, if I think, like, personally, doing the journaling and that, I found out more about myself in the last 6 months than I have over the years, you know, and it's really interesting, you know. I'm seeing my flaws as well, how quickly I can get distracted, how quickly I can stay off task, you know, all these things you know, that I never necessarily seen before, and how it can impact my life. So yeah, if you can take, you know, hopefully you can take something from